So getting back into it, Godfall. Day 2. Second trial. I was thinking about this game last night, just kind of going over in my mind, mechanically and artistically, artisanally, designedly, what the deal is. I think compared to other story games, it's really lacking, especially compared to Sony first-party games. I mean, you don't need me to list a line, but I will. Horizon, Miles, God of War, they just deliver way more story, Uncharted, than this could. So then you compare it to maybe some other adventurous level design games, like, of course, the From Software series, and sadly now that Elden Ring's going to have a jump. It's really going to give this game and a lot of other games a run for its money. Can I switch to this one? Equip. Silver main. My main fucking squeeze. So how can we compare it? I think that it's fair to compare this game to other action titles, and the biggest one would be Nioh. And admittedly, Nioh is the one that I would recommend over this, because I was thinking, would you really recommend this game to anybody before you know so much about it? It's like, well, you can't recommend it. You can't compare it to Destiny and Warframe because they're shooting games. You can't compare it to story games. You can't compare it to story games. You can't compare it to adventure games. So it's got to go up against action brawlers, and I think even against stuff like classic, like PS3 titles like classic God of War and I keep saying Warbringer, Warsider, Dark Genesis, whatever that fucking series is, Darksiders. I think that's like the only fair comparison. Talk to this chick, right? Oh, circle. But I mean, Nioh, you really think like Nioh is ultimately the biggest comparison, and I would recommend that game over this because if you want not a story game, or it falls short to an adventure game. So where can it fit? Where can it fit in this 5, 6, 7 out of 10 range? It's a 6 out of 10. Where could it fit if I were to say you want to buy this? Compared to other action games and compared to other games with RPG elements, I mean, Nioh is a stronger choice. And at this point, Nioh is just as cheap. Nioh 2. I think it does. I think this game should have focused on, I don't know what she said. Complete the Godsmith. Let's do. Press circle. More just running levels. Let's go. Let's go. Difficulty start party. I think that yeah, even compared to other action games or other they start you right here and you have to grab the shit, and it's the same level. So I guess I'm gonna go harder. I'm gonna take a more critical eye toward this game because admittedly yesterday I was incredibly positive and it felt very conscious. Not that it was dishonest, but I was consciously positive and honest, but consciously positive. And so today I'm gonna be a little bit more critical. But it's like I really like this. I really like where am I running? Show me some more enemies. Have I seen this dude before? Like the combat is nice. This is cool. I don't think I ever saw this guy before. It reminds me of God of War. It reminds me of God of War. I'm a fan of that. Whoa, arrow. See, look. I like this sword too. Look at that blaster. This combat's legit. So you gotta compare it to action games. Wow, these lizard dudes really F you up. I think I do like the slide. It really is reminding me of God of War. So then, I don't know. This game needs a sequel. I can't believe I couldn't kill him. My hope was that the second hit would kill him while he was in midair. These lizard guys look cool. This game needs to jump so bad. Maybe they specifically didn't want to jump. And I don't mean to jump for combat or like true style. I mean to jump for, oh yeah, the throw that shield. And then R3 him. Smash him. This combat is good. This combat is good, man. What is this? So the focus should be on the combat. You don't want a big story game? Fine. But you're going to need more adventurous level design, and you're going to need... I want the jump for scaling. I want the jump for, like, scaling and repelling. Listen to that sound tone. Even doesn't... That's... this is... They do a lot of things right in this game. God damn. They do so many things right. How did you get the feeling of moving your camera so fucking correct and make people call it a 6 out of 10 bad game? Do you know how many games don't have good input response? Do you know how many games don't have good movement and controls? The character feels fucking great. He feels strong and powerful like a fucking NFL running back, dude. You know how many games fuck this up? You know how many people talk about The Surge? You know how many people talk about Dark Souls 2? That's the worst fucking Souls game. What am I supposed to do here? Break it? Yeah, well, when all else fails.
Totems are full of magic. Smash them, and that magic can be yours.
Smash them! That's the answer. Smash them? Oh no, I guess I could just smash them. Like, oh no, not until you defeat the enemy. 0-0. See, it's telling me 0. R3 him? No. Who's this big dude? He got knocked down. That shield throw knocks him down. You see how even in terms of like, this is a very much like a PS2, PS3. That's the thing. It's modeled after old school action games. And gamers now, the design evolved a bit to want a bit more level grinding and looting. And I was thinking about this too, right? Like this because there's not really levels, right? There's just stats. And it's like there's not stats, it's just numbers. So it's not like I'm leveling up my endurance, I'm leveling up my vigor, I'm leveling up my equip burden or my health or my mana. That's not what this is. It's like you're not leveling up, you're getting skill points and unlocking abilities. And I thought, instead of the abilities being tied to my character, would it make more sense for the abilities to be tied to my weapon? Use the weapon you like and let the weapon level up. I got a level 5 dual blade. I love this shit. I can't wait to unlock. It shocks me how good the fucking control scheme is. And how good the movement is. How swift and fast he feels. This feels better than Warframe. The movement's better than Warframe. How fast and swift he feels to run around. And how satisfying the combat is like old God of War. And you're going to tell me it's a 6 out of 10? Why? Because you spreadsheet nerds are like, oh, I wanted more min-maxing. Why the fuck would you want that? Oh, well, because they said it was a looter-shooter. Well, even in Destiny, all you're doing, you're picking the class of gun that you like. All I'm doing is mashing R1 and I'm having fun. As soon as I started fighting that first guy, I was like, damn, these guys look cool. Lizards with arrows, they look cool. It's better than Batman. It's not a story game. Okay. I don't know how adventurous the level design is. There's no jumping, there's no scaling, there's no rappelling. So what do you have to offer? It's got action. It does action well. Great controls, great move. I mean, I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, God of War, classic Devil May Cry. I tried to dodge. I think I was in the middle of an animation. Throw him through. What is that called? Shield shatter? Shield splatter? I'm still hearing one.
I assume this is part of my training.
You are always training.
You're always training. Let me see, so, I don't know. Getting a weapon that you like and just increasing its number. It's not really leveling up as far as I'm concerned. And, he's stuck on something. Stuck on the ghost of that stupid little crystal that I had to collect. I know the waypoint's there, I'm just looking around. Bonus totems. So, why they thought, like, it was just an odd design choice. Why not let me select my weapon? Why not let me select my weapon? And then, and even like right now, I'm not paying attention to what sword I have equipped. You want me to fucking look through all of this? You want me to look through all of this? I want to play the game. I want to play the fucking game. What am I going to look at? What weapon class do I like? What's the highest number? Build? Build what? Even in other games that have builds, unless you knew what you were going after in the beginning, right? Yeah, so you're pathological. I know from the beginning what I'm aiming toward. How could you possibly know that? I try to dodge. How could you possibly know that? Unless you've beaten the game before. Damn, he knocked me out of the shield throw. Unless you've beaten the game before. How could you know? We'll look at both. No? I guess that's okay. So some games, it's like, well, I picked up this, like Dark Souls. I picked up this weapon. Damn, they really don't stagger, huh? I picked up this weapon. I gotta remember to block. And it needs a nice parry. Can I slam him or what? You don't get a critical. Look at this shaman. The parry timing is very generous because I'm really just trying to block. So you think, alright, why do they focus on all the looting and the shooting and that kind of shit? When they could have just allowed me to use skill points on my character and level up the weapon to unlock new abilities. When I get dual blades to level 5, it does this sick wind slash, and that throws a projectile that goes through enemies. You know, why make me just say, oh yeah, I'm looking for a better dual blade that has a higher number? That's not really that exciting.
Head to the base of the prismatic falls. There is a source of rich Ethereum there we can use.
I don't know if the graphics are like mind-blowingly PS5, but I was gonna say, are these enemies still? He kind of like barely whiffed. Barely miffed. Nice slash. I guess you could, I think I accidentally mashed square twice. It's not mashy because it's actually satisfying. It's only mashy when you don't care and you don't need to do anything else. The bonus totems. Yeah, I'll fight them. I like fighting. Nice stab. So that heavy will interrupt him. Get these stupid little shamans. He parried me. He pushed me up. Man. Yeah, throw that shield bash at him. Stab him. Switch to a... No, I keep hitting square thinking that it's weapon switch. What am I doing? Alright. Kill the shaman. Double slash. He doesn't want to throw his shield all the time. I don't get what the deal with that is. Look, like, throwing. I guess, I don't know. They all have them. They all have them. So you can, like, chain combo those. Stab him. We can't trade it. Blow him up. So, alright. It seems like it's only disappointing to people, which is total bullshit, if they wanted more RPG elements. And that's what I'm saying. You don't want that. You don't want that in an action game. You don't want to have to keep pausing to pick the weapon with the bigger number. That's really dumb. Alright, there we go. I wonder where the other bonus one is. Why not look over here? If it's right here. So then, I mean, what's missing? What's missing? I don't know that anything's missing. What RPG elements would make it better? Or would make people feel like they like it more? Is it over there? Let me look for the bonus one. Is that it deep in the cave? I don't think so. And it seems like these levels are big, like I thought, meant to be revisited.
You see what I see.
I am housed within your valor plate.
But do you see me, like... Do you see me wanting to pause? I wanted to fight them. Did you see me wanting to pause? To, like, select the same longsword that's got a higher number? It just doesn't seem that exciting to me. But the combat is what's exciting, so... If it's not being sold to an RPG build grind audience, why is it not being sold to an action audience? Did you pick it up, dude? And there's still chimes like the enemies are around. And now I do 1 damage instead of 0. Some elements of this game are pretty funny. Seal breaker charged. Seal breaker. What is this thing? So, building. So, building a character, right? A lot of games allow you to just sort of level up from the beginning as you go along. Games, and I think that's where skill points took over from... Do a big stab. I think that's where games with skill points took over from traditional RPG elements where it's just improving stats. Because it's like you can just unlock powers. New God of War and Horizon do this. Let's see if I can do that, yeah. And as opposed to being like Dark Souls where it's like, or Nioh where it's like, okay, level up my health, level up my endurance, the equipment I can carry. Because I'm thinking about what I need in the moment. Well, I need to carry more equipment to wear more armor. Okay, fair is fair. Fair is fair, you know. Let me see if I can throw this shit at that. Very good. So then you think, alright, how do I know what kind of a build I want unless you plan? It's a build guide is going to be like your second playthrough. Your first playthrough is just supposed to be free, and that assumes you know you're going to play this for 1,000 hours. How many people felt that way about this game? It's a looter shooter designed to be played for 1,000 hours. You know? And they said that about that new Ghost Recon game, Frontline. And then people complained about it, so they canceled it indefinitely. Like, they don't even know if you're going to develop it for a long time. So then you think, well, okay, let me level up. Did I get him? Hell yeah. Shield bash him. Let's get this chest. So, why in the world would you want... Oh, it doesn't work yet. Are there still more? I'll fight more. Huh. See, look, I'm trying to throw it. He doesn't want to do it yet. He doesn't want to do it yet. He doesn't want to do it yet. Alright, let's, I think there was a way. Could I go? Yeah, up there. Pretty clever. This is about the most platforming you're going to get. So, a build guide. They say it gets really fun with building. I think the concept of Diablo 3, where you're just sort of like playing and unlocking. I don't know that it'll go that far. Where you're sort of playing and unlocking powers and selecting them as you move on. Like that deck building aspect is more interesting than trying to do builds. Because then people complain, oh, I spent my stats wrong. Will I be able to reallocate the points? They're such just little neurotic pussy nerds. This is who you want to satisfy? Why can't I not throw my shield sometimes? Here we go. Now he's ready to throw. Now he's ready to throw. Did I get it? Alright. So, I don't know, man. Waxing philosophical about fucking build guides. Everyone's got to reinvent the wheel. How did you make fun, interesting, engaging, classic-style combat? And then you just point all these people who, because you're claiming it to be some kind of a fucking loot grind game. There's no build. There's no stat points. There's just numbers. You don't need to build anything. Just give me a weapon that I like. Alright. So then, let's look. Let's look. I want a longsword. I want a longsword. I gotta look at all this junk. And how do I sort it? Sort by rarity or level, I guess. Equip. I don't want a hammer. I haven't tried greatswords yet. I haven't tried polearms yet. Warhammer, the same thing. I don't like hammers. Polearm, greatsword, longsword. Alright, here we go. Longsword. Go back in there. Go back in there. Go back in there. Go back in there. Still sort by... Doesn't save. Sort by level. Polearm. I think I looked at all that shit. Longsword. Uncommon longsword. It's basically the same shit, right? That's probably what I'm using. Requires level 3. Greatsword. Polearm. Well, maybe I'll try one. Maybe I'll try one instead of a dual sword. This takes so long, dude. Come on. Warhammer. Again, newest level. Warhammer. Greatsword I'm curious about. a polearm. That's really it. They're not really fancy or anything. Look, star colors. So then, look at this. 27, 26. So, level, I guess rarity is, you gotta sort them by fucking rarity. Yeah, you do. Because look, way more damage. Man, son of a bitch. Why would you want to do this? Alright. Good enough. Good enough. Where's a better sword? Why would you want to fucking do all this shit, dude? Why are some of these locked? I didn't favorite them. Doesn't matter. I like the sword. Now what else do you want to put on? A fucking amulet. I thought I was wearing one already. Vitality, spirit. What's the difference between spirit and vitality? Vitality is soul shatter buildup, soul shatter buildup. Who cares? Might. So, I don't know, man. That's damage. Might is damage. Spirit's getting your fucking health back? Can you guys help me again? The Codex. The Codex. I gotta look this up. This is what you want to do? Lore. No. Oh, God. Lore. These menus are not really that great. I'm sorry. Valerium. Gameplay. Stasis. Charges. Resistance. Dreamstones. Resources. Combat. I forget what the fuck they said. Tutorials. Mark target. I want to know, might is, what's the difference between spirit and vitality? One is just blatant health, and the other is like the way in which you get it back. Attributes. Look what you gotta fucking go through. Haha! Vitality increases your max health. Simple enough. Spirit increases your ability damage by weapon techniques. Okay, and takedowns. So that's kind of interesting. Damage dealt by normal attacks and combos. Alright. So then Spirit has no fucking impact on... So it's pretty much just might or health. Spirit has no impact on how much health you fucking get back. I might be a might build. I mean, fuck it. Let's get it going. When you perform health back when you perform criticals. But how do you know you're going to get criticals on them? Total health. Soul shatter, soul shatter. I feel like maybe just a bunch of fucking health is good. I'm doing this one. This is what you want to spend your day doing, nerds. What do I have equipped here? Just more might. Wow, big vitality. I don't know that I feel that this is exciting because it's just making the numbers go up, as opposed to in Dark Souls where it's like you get new abilities with rings or you get weapons with new move lists. Why would you want to focus on just making a number go up? And this is specifically the thing they complained about. It's kind of like Clash in Injustice, where these systems just don't really work that well. I mean, I'm not knocking it. They tried something, but they did stuff well. That's what's really bugging me. They did stuff well. Takedown damage, ailment duration. Yeah, it's fine. What else do I want to put on? Maybe I could wear two. What? Banners? I'm not allowed to wear two. Health recovery. 83 health recovery. Good enough. Armory and skills. Alright, let's go. More gameplay.
The Godsmith is in the caverns behind the fortress.
But it's like I'm still using the same sword.
He'll be glad to see us.
Wow, I like getting more... I like noticing that I get more damage. Yeah, come toward me, bud. And I keep walking closer to the TV. Burning my eyeballs. It hit him when I turned around. What a goof. I wonder if I tried to do a running R2. I wonder if that, because it puts your shield out in front, will deflect an attack. I tried to trade. It's okay when you lose in certain little encounters because the rules are fair. Is that all there was? Why did I thought I was gonna fight like this big ass boss and it's just this hallway. Have I said it enough? Have I explained it enough? Build guides. Building, leveling. I don't know. It seems as though this concept of loot grind is supposed to be marketed towards... What is that? Let's see if I can... Let me throw it. It's supposed to be marketed toward like an RPG player, but there aren't really RPG elements. Like I'm saying, a game where you would need to know... There are some games that allow you to level up naturally and procedurally, and then there are other games that allow you, where it's like you have to have basically cleared the game already in order to know what you're planning on building from the beginning. And that's really only possible if you want to play with a guy. Damn, I tried to dodge. I think I should just start blocking. I'm not really a block main. Oh, you got a spell, huh? Let's try this polearm. Okay, fast. I like that. These enemies are pretty fun to fight and cool, and they're getting more unique. I like that he blocked from the back. The mechanics... I was in the middle of an animation. I tried holding, but it didn't work. This shield bash is interesting. I think I want to unlock more skills for my character. And then I guess if you knew... What would be easiest if I knew what weapons I liked. Because then you could just scrap everything else. And all this stuff, I guess, if you're planning on getting to level 50, if you even know 50 is the cap, all this stuff is going to get scrapped anyhow. That's a nice image. I guess that's what I'm just obsessed about. Figuring out... Well, there's nothing to figure out because what they did was they essentially, according to all the supposed players who bought it and are unhappy, they screwed up the looting grinding, then they screwed up the RPG character building. But I'll tell you what no one's saying, how good the controls are and how legitimate the action combat is. So, that's my whole point. The people saying this game failed, and you're like, well, how could we fix what it failed at? You never should have even fucking included it. Get rid of it. Level up your weapons instead of your character. What's there to build? What's there to build? The game is a legitimate... Let's see if I can poke through the wall. No, I can't. The game has legitimate action combat, and you're worried about RPG elements. That's the only thing I keep hearing. Wham, wham, wham. It's not for nerds. Thank God. But then, would you recommend it over Nioh? No, I'd say get Nioh. Would you recommend it over God of War? No, you'd have to say God of War's got to have more polish. You know? Why would you want this game? I think this game could use a great sequel. He doesn't want to go through that little corner because mechanically it's so sound. Focus on adventure and story and fighting and forget the whole leveling up. Like, look at these. I fell down here. A ledge you're not supposed to be able to climb. Now what? Now what? Oh, I can get back up here? Alright. Alright. Go through. I don't know that polearm is interesting. Let's just block. Oh, try blocking again. Nope. I'm gonna... Let me see if I can cheese him from down here. I can, sort of. Alright. We'll fight for real. This doesn't really work. Doesn't really work down here. Let's go back into the open, unless there's only one. Come on, bud. I'll fight you for real. Man, he, Alright. Remember, I gotta learn to block. I don't know, the polearm, the attacks are weird. Let's see what, I can't, so the big, it seems like a power strike. I tried, yeah. I tried blocking the first one, it didn't work. Then I did successfully dodge the next one. Man, he's really fucked me up. I gotta use a weapon I'm comfortable with, which would be a dual blade. Maybe might does make right. Then you gotta run away. Well, it's okay. Oh yeah, use the I dodged just in the nick of time. I can't believe his hitbox still got me. See, some of these flinch reactions are really working. Get out of there, get out of there. Hit, unlock from him and hit these guys. And run. Run, run, run. Hit these stupid shamans. I don't know that I have that much, I think my sword's doing more. I don't know that I have that much health back. What? You're gonna fucking... You're gonna parry me? Hit this guy. He's still alive. He's still alive. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose this fight. Damn it. I think that damn it. Can I clutch it out? I didn't mean to hit him. I want to kill that shaman. I dodged again. I don't know. He's not hitting him. That's it. I'm dead. Fuck.
You need to be stronger.
Yeah, I think just be a might build. That's what I would say. Can I pause here? Or I mean, abandon mission? No. I wonder if let's see if this is a true pause. Let's see if this is a true pause. I want more damage to get this shit over with faster. Let's be a might build. Because clearly I don't have enough health anyway, so let's do more damage. Is that equipped? What about this? Might 32. Might 26. Alright, good enough. What about the silver mane? Health recovery, health recovery. Alright, good enough. That sword's good enough. That polearm's good enough. Did he regain his health? I guess I should have, I can block, alright. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like, blocking. Doesn't seem to be doing much more damage anyway. Oh yeah, what about that Archon Fury? Let's see, mixing up the R1 and the R2. Yeah, remembering the block could be a good idea, a good strat. What? I was gonna say, he almost would have comboed me. I guess I was late on the dodge there. I wonder if I should worry about these guys, because now I'm getting distracted. Or if I should just focus on him. Huh, I seemed staggered and I couldn't dodge back. I wonder if it's something with the haptic triggers being turned off that it doesn't want to acknowledge that I pressed R2. I don't know. That's just, I'm not saying that's for sure. I'm saying that's a hypothesis. Because sometimes he specifically does not want to do heavy attacks.
He's back through there.
Weapon, let's look at the weapon. Newest rarity. I guess you go there. Longsword. Yeah, equip it. I'll keep the polearm. Rarity. Dual blades, which I do like. Dual blades. All right. Do they look different? I'm sure that they do. Yeah, they clearly do. Okay. I don't know, focus on it as an action game. A story. More story at the very least. Because what am I really exploring? The combat is good. So if you want to have these types of fights. And now I gotta look at my inventory. See, I think it's a chore constantly looking at your inventory every time you pick something up.
Thank the Archons.
Wow, wow,
I
wow.
thought I'd be stuck here. Wait. Orin? You're alive.
Xenon. I didn't know it was you here.
And I didn't know you were
And look, the
alive.
mission's gonna complete in 20 seconds, and he's talking to me.
Perhaps we'll survive Macros's madness after all.
Come, we have much to discuss.
Are we going into a sanctum? Oh, Orin.
Why is he talking to me as the level is completing? And I have to run around with 25 seconds on the clock to try and find something. It's just so... It's such like an odd choice. They made a bunch of choices that are supposed to mirror or model. I don't know.
So this is the inside of a sanctum.
She's quite something. Though I did not expect
They made
her
a
to
bunch
be
of
so
choices that are supposed to model other games.
She's a living being, Orin. Not merely some
Yeah, it's just like, this isn't
Well,
Destiny.
In that case, I'll have to look to you for the weapons.
You never change.
But the
I'll
aesthetic
provide
is
you with
cool,
basic
it's
armor.
unique, it doesn't
The
look
rest
like,
we can
you know,
forge.
boring fantasy
Here.
renaissance.
This will help.
It's this new, like,
Sacred
space age
flame.
fantasy.
Go on.
The combat feels
Light
like
the
God of
forge
War.
with it.
Visit the Forge.
Look at what I have.
Because you're going to need to break down a bunch of shitty stuff. What you have is the same level as what I have, dude. Why would I buy any of this stuff? Why would you buy any of this stuff when you know it's a low level? Dude, I'm going to have to be grinding to level 30. Banners. What's a banner? Vampiric? I'm not buying any of this shit. Electrum? I'm not buying any of that shit from you, dude. You got nothing but junk. So now I have to look through my stuff. Can I craft or forge any of this shit? Yeah, I want to make my enemies valor plate. Mesa. And so the concept is, I guess, I could make one of these. I'll look at that later. Which guy or which power you want to use. I feel like because I know combat games, I'm ignoring a lot of the mechanics they want me to use because it's just not necessary. Games do that sometimes. They're like, we really insist. NetherRealm's a great example. We really insist on you using block breaker. It's like, well, I could just read the frame data and block and punish myself, dude. Does she have anything to say? Or is this video over? Pole arms and more equipment. Augments, which they won't even allow me to unlock and use yet. Skill points. Alright, yet another mission examining combat. Good enough, Godfall. I'm curious. It's a solid action game. Is there anything else? Stay tuned.